Let's look at this story now to the city of Tshwane. The ANC is up in arms against city manager Dr. Moeketsi special leave, seek leave, or actually was he dismissed from his position? The party says Mayor Stevens Mokhalapa's decision to extend the leave is out of line and is now calling on local government, MEC and Gauteng to immediately intervene and resolve the impasse. Well, for more on this, I'm joined now in the studio by Dr. Kgosi Mayepa, ANC Tshwane Regional Chairperson. Dr. Mayepa, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you, Tibos, and to the viewers. We are happy to be here.
The last time you were here, you were on your view. You literally told me in the next 5 days, this matter of the city manager will be put to bed, it would be done, right? Now we know that you sat in council and there was a resolution that was reached by council through section 54A, and you appointed a city manager, right, in the place of Dr. Moeketsi. But now we're hearing that he's on special leave. What's actually going on?
Okay, first of all, I mean, we are dealing with a comedy of errors. I mean, really schoolboy mistakes from the administration of the city of Tshwane. One is that on the 25th of July, there was a regular council. The African National Congress put a motion of no confidence on the city manager. The mayor came with a Section 13 report to say that he has reached an agreement of some sort with the city manager, and therefore council must authorize, because it's only council that can authorize or deny. So as council, we agreed that there must be a separation agreement, and the date was put in the clause that the cutoff date is the 31st of July 2019. And then we took section 54A1 and B, that only council of the Systems Act, read together with the Structures Act, that is only council that can appoint an acting person. So no one in council has authority except the council, official council meeting, to appoint. And then we went ahead and the mayor pronounced that in the council, as part of the amendment of the report, we are appointing the COO as the acting city manager, yes, Mr. James Murphy. And then all of us accepted. And then on top of that, because this is a very important issue in society now, there was no 7 million or 8 million in the report.
Yes.
We are shocked when we see it in the media because we are the councillors and this was an in-committee report. That means private and confidential. And suddenly we see there's a 7 or 8 million to be paid. There was no amount put in the report that will pay this. What we had said as council is that we separate the agreement, so we go away. Dr. Mosola goes his way. Council will look into a new process of appointing. Yes. Even the mayor in the report writes that they will go to open public, ask for new applications, and then we go. Yes. So suddenly, no, there is a 7, 8, 9 million. We don't know about that. But coming back to the issue is that there is a bigger problem here. The executive mayor 2 days ago sends an invite, sends what you call a notice out that the city manager, because he's an erstwhile former city manager, special leave will be extended.
Extended, yes.
But we don't have a special leave of the city manager in the whole city.
Yes.
So I would like to challenge here that the executive mayor must come out and say, this was the sick leave. We know for a fact, this was a special leave. We know for a fact that inversely, actually, the city manager was on a sick leave. We can put that on record.
Right.
We challenge the executive mayor to clear that and withdraw.
But
because the city manager was never on.
Would have been a sick leave that comes to an end when
on the 31st.
On the 31st, because
yes,
there was the appointment of separation. Yes. Because yes, now you've got an acting mayor that has been appointed. Yes. So when he says then his special leave is extended, what does he actually mean?
But understand this, Tibos. Can you extend a sick leave yourself? Yeah. Here at Newsroom, do they extend your sick leave? Only a doctor can do that. So right, we don't have. And now we want to put it on record that the office of the mayor, yeah, whether acting or the current one or his office, somebody lied to the public and said that there was a special leave. Yeah. We know there's no special leave.
Now, I've got lawyers' letters here. You are saying we are therefore instructed to demand, or the lawyers are instructed to demand that the issue of statement where you retracted the information issued by your office in relation to the unlawful extension of Mr. Mosola's leave. What are you asking him to do here?
No, but what we are simply asking is that the executive mayor must withdraw a statement, yeah, that he put out the notice that is extending special leave. Okay. Because we don't have a city manager, we have an acting city manager appointed by council. Okay. Why did council come to a point where it appointed an acting city manager if there was one?
Yes. No, exactly.
People. So that's why I'm talking about comedy of errors and schoolboy mistakes, because the council can only appoint an acting city manager in the absence of the city manager.
So now you want them also to confirm that in writing that they will not proceed to extend this leave.
Yes, but I mean that is something that it's general standard practice. If you mislead public, you have opportunity to withdraw. That look, I made a mistake, I'm withdrawing. We are simply asking the mayor that he must send out a letter and say, correct the issue that there was nothing called special leave. Yeah. The gentleman had a sick leave that was signed on the 26th somewhere of June, and then his doctor professionally attended to him and then said, sick leave ends on the 31st of July. Yeah. Now, from that onwards, considering also that he had separated with council, there's no business to do with the city. Yes. So for the mayor to come out, or the acting mayor, it's hilarious. It's a comedy of errors, and it's a schoolboy mistake, and we don't accept it.
What do you think is behind this about turn? Has it got anything to do with the 7.2 million settlement? Is there a disagreement around that? Because now you're coming about and you're saying, we're not sure about the 7 or 8 million rands settlement. Is that the biggest point?
We think in the DA administration there's a problem. Remember, we're opposition, so we don't know. We are not the ones who are supposed to pay or agree with this city manager and so on, or the former city manager. So the administration, council said to the mayor, go and terminate, and on the 31st of July, it must be finished. So we can't have the 1st of August. Yeah. What we are saying is that the comedy of errors, the schoolboy mistakes, are done within council. I'll give you a classical example. There's a lady who was appointed by Councillor Makhalapa, the mayor, as the acting city manager. She's Lorraine Trudeau. Yeah. The lady paid 18% to senior managers without council resolution. Right. That's why you saw the strike coming. Yeah. So there are a lot of examples. That's why we even say that after all this comedy of errors and bad things that are done, and to put the city into disrepute, we are calling on the MEC to come and use Section 106(1)B that I've said to you before, since from last year, that they must investigate, because we feel there are many other things that are being hidden in the city that we don't know of. Okay. I mean, they just they are extracted through a process of council. Every time we go to council, we see there's something wrong. But we feel the MEC must come in now, and he must use his powers and say, exactly tell me what is going on here. One is that there is a problem. NERSA rejected your tariffs. Yes. As we speak right now in Tshwane, there are no tariffs. Right. City has lost in this month alone 2.1 billion because nobody knows what to pay. Yes. Yeah. So secondly is that there is another problem that now the city manager gets terminated by council and then gets reappointed again by the mayor without a contract. Right. The mayor can't usurp council power and appoint a city manager without council. So only the law.
Tell me then, what are the repercussions of this information? I mean, to say the man is on extended special leave when he's not.
Look, that's simply lying and actually misleading the public. That's why we are saying to the mayor, in our legal, our attorney now of the African National Congress has sent the formal letter that the mayor must withdraw all those things. I mean, we must put it on record to withdraw, because if we don't withdraw, they are accepting that they have put City of Tshwane into disrepute. Yes. The MEC must come in immediately, because remember, the African National Congress, we are just opposition. Yes. The MEC of Gauteng must come in, because he's the next authority of local government, must come in the City of Tshwane and say, look, everything must stop now. We have seen this week is already asking about this 7 million that we hear about in the media. Yes. That must be clarified. Okay. Secondly, the MEC must come and also assist with the issue of tariffs. People in the City of Tshwane can't be in limbo forever. Right. Thirdly is that there is a bigger problem here, because the tariffs go together with the budget simultaneously. Yes. So technically it means there is no budget in the City of Tshwane to run the city.
Where's the budget that is going to be now paid for this deal with SAMU and the city? Apparently, there is some kind of admission of, we did wrong here, we were not supposed to give the 18%. So to kind of make everybody okay, we'll pay you 20,000, you 10,000, you 7,000. Where's that money going to come from?
Look, I can't tell you exactly myself, because remember, we are opposition, so we are not governing the city. We can assure you that they are accepting, because they've realized they've done a lot of errors. But at the center of this, they were misleading the public, who are actually people who are paying rates in Tshwane, but also the employees. Because what they have done, this was fraud. It was just to put it plain and clear. To pay top managers themselves, they pay themselves money at the expense of even poor low-level workers who didn't get anything out of this, and who got crumbs in the process. Right. So the consequence management must come in. That's why we say the next authority, which is the MEC, must intervene in the city of Tshwane and get things sorted out and we clean the system to able to move forward. Because in such malice and contempt and actually malfeasance, maladministration, we cannot continue like this as a city. We are the capital city, the third largest ambassadorial housing city in the world. I mean, this is serious.
Khosi, let me leave it there. Thank you so much. Asking for the MEC to intervene in what is happening now in Tshwane. 3 instances that they're citing here, including, of course, the error with the 18% given to senior staff, and now there's confusion around whether the city manager is on sick leave or on special leave, or the relationship has been terminated. There's a separation. And we need some clarity on some of those issues as well, and a whole lot more that they believe could be uncovered should an investigation be done into the city of Tshwane. Khosi, let me thank you so much.